everyone. Welcome to episode number 18 of Artful Mind. Today I have with me Aatiya Saikh. She is a PhD scholar in BITS Pilani, Goa, and also a science communicator. Welcome, Aatiya. How are you doing?
Thank you so much for having me here. And how about you?
Yeah, I am doing great.
Okay.
Okay. So, Aatiya, I would like you to give an introduction about yourself and also talk about your science communication journey.
My baseline,
Yeah, some network issue. Yeah, it's okay. You can continue. Yeah.
hi everyone. My name is Aatiya Saikh, and I'm currently pursuing my PhD. In fact, I'm in the process of submission of my thesis, and I have worked on wastewater management. Basically, we have tried to study the degradation of antibiotics in that is biogas, and my main work. Okay, besides, I have a YouTube channel, and apart from content creation and my PhD read, and I've also taken some dance classes and things like that. So those are my hobbies.
Um, Can you hear me properly? Because your voice is breaking and I couldn't understand what you said. Uh,
I repeat it.
can we restart?
Yeah.
Uh, okay, but still some issue is there.
My internet, it was not working fine, but now it's fine. It's opening fine on desktop and all.
Now I can hear you, but when you were talking that time, your voice was breaking.
Now it's fine?
Yeah, now it's fine. I think let me start again because this part I cannot add probably.
Yeah.
Okay, I will start again.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, let's do this again. Okay. Hello everyone. Welcome to episode number 18 of Artful Mind. Today I have with me Aatiya Saikh. She is a PhD scholar in BITS Pilani, Goa, and also a science communicator. Welcome, Aatiya. How are you doing?
Hi. Hi, Tasreen. I'm doing good. How about you?
I am doing great. Okay, okay. I want you to give a brief introduction about yourself and your science communication journey. Then we will talk about PhD admission and entrance examination in India.
Okay. So, hi everyone. My name is Aatiya Sheikh, and I'm in the process of pursuing my PhD. In fact, I'm about to submit my thesis right now. So, I'm in the process of doing that. Apart from that, I also have a YouTube channel, and I also read, and sometimes I do take some dance classes also. So, that's about me.
Okay, so how you started this YouTube channel and all, what inspired you and how you are going? Because I saw you make a lot of video about this PhD admission process and all to help students.
I didn't get. Can you repeat the question? Your
Okay.
voice was breaking in
Oh,
between.
okay, okay. So I was asking, can you tell me about your science communication journey, how you started and how is it going?
So I started my science communication journey as a part of my content creator journey as well. Yes, so I saw a gap that in PhD, not much emphasis is being laid on mental health.
Right.
And because there is no accountability, things become quite tricky and complicated to handle. So that was the trigger for me to start my science communication journey. In fact, I would call it a research communication journey with respect to YouTube. So I started on YouTube, and then things started growing little bit and snowballing a little bit.
Okay. So you mostly cover the topic that we have for today, right? That how you can get into PhD and all. So yeah,
Yes.
today's podcast will be all about that. So let us start with this. You give an overview of different kinds of exam that a master student or even a bachelor student can go for before getting into PhD.
Okay. So, first thing I would like to say is right now, even bachelor students can directly apply for PhD.
Right.
Okay, this is everyone knows this, but still, I would like to state that even bachelor students can get direct admission to PhD. PhD is for 5 years. The funding is given for 5 years. You can finish it before or later. So that depends on the scholar. And as far as the exams are concerned, I have some notes with me. So let me just go through each exam one by one. You want me to give an overview of each exam or?
Right, right. Yes. This
Okay,
podcast will be purely for masters and also for bachelor student.
okay, okay.
Yeah.
So the first exam which is commonly being used for all subjects is UGC NET. Okay. UGC NET caters to all subjects except for science subjects. For science subjects, we do have CSIR NET, and then the cutoffs are also different. CSIR NET will have negative marking. UGC NET, as of now, does not have negative marking. So I find a lot of students struggling to clear CSIR NET. But if you are able to find a subject which is allied to your own subject, that means it is related to your own subjects in UGC NET, then you can probably answer that if there is a problem in clearing exams.
Mhm. Yeah, yeah. Sorry about that.
Yeah,
Yeah, please
maybe.
continue.
Yeah. You are able to
Yes,
hear?
yes, yes, I can.
Okay. Okay. So CSIR NET, as I've said, it is for chemical, earth sciences, life sciences, mathematical sciences, and physics basically. So basically CSIR NET will cover your science disciplines, basically, even engineering, chemical sciences, etc. Then we have DBT. DBT exam, there are two kinds over here. Once you clear DBT, you either get selected for category 1 or you get selected for category 2. Category 1 is for JRF. So if a person or if a candidate is targeting DBT, then they should make sure that they clear the first one, first category.
Right.
Okay. So DBT category 1, that is only for biotechnology. Okay. Then we have ICMR. ICMR is for medical research. It is for biomedical sciences with emphasis on life sciences.
Right.
So this is UGC, CSIR, DBT, ICMR. Then we have GATE. Now GATE is primarily for engineering and it is for masters. And like in my content creator journey and in as a science communicator also, I have got many questions regarding whether GATE can be used for PhD admissions. Okay. So first I would like to tell students that you decide what is the end goal, whether you want to go into research in India or whether you want to go into teaching in India. If your end goal is teaching in India, becoming an assistant professor, associate professor or professor, then you need to target NET rather than GATE. GATE is primarily for engineering disciplines, and there are few fellowships available for GATE aspirants as well, but that is only in CSIR institutes.
Right.
Yeah. So GATE is one. Then we have ICAR, AIC, JRF. This is specifically for agricultural students. So if you have an agricultural background, then ICAR, AIC, JRF, that exam would do good for you. They also have for UG as well as PG, but this one AICE, that branch is specifically for PhD.
Okay. So for your content creation, if you have ever analyzed the pattern of this examination, so what difference do you see? So why so many exams? Like I can understand, like student can understand ICAR, ICMR, right? But if
Mm.
you analyze the pattern of this exam, so do a student need different approach or they just need to study their course thoroughly and they can get through it?
They need to stick to syllabus. Syllabus of each exam is overlapping, but it is different.
Type
Like
of question,
uh,
right?
type of questions are MCQs.
Mhm.
If we are targeting GATE, then GATE is more geared towards technical knowledge.
Right.
NET is more geared towards analytical concepts.
Mm.
So that is the difference. Each exam has its own ethos, and I know that students have a hard time clearing these exams, and it takes a toll on their mental health also. But NET is usually a mandatory step if you are planning to get into research or any kind of assistant professorship.
Right. And what will you tell a student like for if they want to prepare for this exam, how many months they should start before giving the exam? Like, usually to cover the examination perspective apart from their regular curriculum because nobody will study right from first semester, right? People they start like some people will be there, some students who are very into they know that what they are going to do, but many of them they realize that okay we need to give this that, so probably by the third sem or fourth sem they will be a bit serious. So but that doesn't mean that they are not going to be a good researcher or a faculty, right? So what would you tell?
See, let's consider a scenario where there is a master student because most of the students take admission for PhD after their masters instead of bachelors. Okay, so if the person is in fourth semester, there are usually a master's degree is accompanied by projects. So during their final semester, they have projects and usually they are busy with that. So
Right.
I would suggest, my suggestion is after your fourth semester, you can give 6 months of dedicated efforts, and that should be fine to clear this exam. If you are giving it solely, if you are not doing anything else, okay. So
Okay.
yeah, 6 months is fine. 6 months to 1 year. Sometimes 6 months takes time. Like even if you are into it, it takes time to understand the questions because the problem with educational system is that we have got used to writing answers in paragraphs,
Right.
and then we are asked to give these entrance exams which are in multiple choice questions.
Mm.
And that is a problem with today's educational system also. We have been evaluated with one system keeping one system in mind, and then we are being told to answer these MCQs and things like that and get a job, which is a completely different ball game altogether.
Okay.
So answering MCQs is not similar to writing one page paragraphs of the usual answers. We have to be analytical and only uh, that specific thing what is asked in question that needs to be targeted. So it takes some time for students like 6 months to 1 year. It is quite sufficient. I think so.
Okay. And what kind of mistakes that a student they do during the preparation of such examination? Do you talk to student also while preparing the videos and all? I am sure you may get some question, right? So what kind of question do they ask usually?
Related to
These
related
examinations,
to
right?
yeah. So their first thing is how to avoid negative marking,
Right.
because most of the entrances, whether it is institute or whether it is national entrances, it has negative marking. Only UGC NET does not have, but other exams do have negative marking. So the problem over here is when there are MCQ questions with four options. So first two you can eliminate immediately.
Right.
The the problem comes with last two questions. Last two options you are not able to eliminate easily.
Mhm.
So there we have to see accept the answer which cannot be eliminated. So what students do generally, the mistake that students do is they will go through all the four options. If they find something is right, they will directly tick it away and then they will fill the answer. Okay. But what should be done is go option by option, go through first option, okay? Find out ways by which you can reject it.
Right.
Then you go to the second option. Find ways, try your best to eliminate that answer. So accept the answer which cannot be eliminated. Don't accept the answer which feels right to you.
Right.
So this is a strategy that I also tell on my channel, and this I have told to many students because when they go through questions, they feel that first question ka option was first one, so second question ka option will also be the first one. So that is the thinking sometimes. So that needs to be eliminated.
Okay. And can you share about your own preparation journey? Because you have a very good all India rank, right? So what was your strategy? It will be helpful for the students who will be watching this.
Okay. So I will start by saying that I have made multiple mistakes when it comes to NET exam. And my first and I think the greatest mistake was not sticking to syllabus. Means I have stuck to syllabus, but in that also we have to be specific and we need to evaluate what has come in past question papers. Okay. So every 3 years, usually for CSIR NET, every 3 years, the whole system, question paper system changes. And
Okay.
yeah, and students are not aware of that. So the past question papers will help in evaluating what are the different, like for example, in life sciences we have something called as secondary metabolite metabolism.
Right.
Yeah, so there are shikimate pathways, there are different pathways which are present. So now in such case, if in one exam, if say suppose in June exam, a question has come on shikimate pathway, then there are high chances then that the following exam will also have questions on shikimate pathway, but it will be twisted.
Okay.
So answer evaluating the past question papers helps, and that is what gave me an edge, and I was able to clear after that. After I thoroughly um, analyzed past question papers and tried to reduce my negative marking. Reduction in negative marking is critical. What students do is, if 10 questions are there, you are supposed to answer 8, then they will answer all 8, which is fine. But if your 8 answers are not correct, if there is even one answer which is wrong, then the negative marking can make the difference between clearing a JRF and clearing an LS lectureship.
Right.
So instead of answering 8 questions out of 10, you answer 6, but all 6 should be correct.
Correct. But that doesn't
So
happen in the examination, right?
yeah,
When we go
that
for
does.
this exam, we feel like we should attempt more questions.
So then in that case, I would suggest masters students to start answering the exams, whichever entrance exam is there. You start answering from the first semester itself. That gives you the confidence.
Right.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Any advice apart from this that you would like to give for the student?
When it comes to when it comes to competitive exams, usually those around you, they are quite skeptical of whether you will clear these exams or not. Especially when I started my preparation, I remember my parents wanted me to do B.Ed and teach in a school. And but since I wanted to go for professorship and research, there was no option for me besides giving net. So people around you, not just parents, your relatives and everyone, because usually net is considered quite competitive, GATE, ICAR, then there is another exam such as ACSIR,
Okay.
that is for science, engineering, medical research and integrated PhD. Also, there is one that has been launched this year, 2024. Last year it was. It is by AICTE. This is a new launch and it is for subjects such as engineering, management, design, planning, applied arts, crafts and design, applied science, hotel management and catering. So this particular fellowship is launched for doctoral as well as for postdoctoral.
Okay.
Okay. So answering all these exams, sometimes it takes a toll on your mental health, and the only thing that you can do is maybe believe in yourself a little bit more,
Right.
and a thorough preparation is required for this.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
I also want to highlight few things about what is the process of taking admission for PhD. Should I speak about it?
Yeah. Yeah. Please.
Yeah. So the first thing which is required is while selecting the right institute, it is also important to understand the rankings. Okay, there is something called as NIRF. These rankings they rate your research institutes in the order of technical abilities and all the facilities which are there. Okay, so selecting the right institute is the first thing when it comes to PhD, and whether PhD is supposed to be done in India or abroad. Uh, that is altogether a different debate.
Mhm. Right.
So that has to be decided first. Okay. Then, as far as eligibility is concerned, masters with 55%, that is the norm. And usually I'm asked if experience is required or no for PhD. So technically, while taking admission for PhD, experience is not required. But I have seen that those who have more experience with respect to work experience, they are being given preference by supervisors because now
Experience
they
in
already
terms of JRF, right?
work experience. Sometimes students do job, no, after masters.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. So that is not a mandatory move technically.
Okay. But job in terms of research work, you are talking, or some teaching job, because that is not related, right? It is not required.
It is not required. I understand. It is not required.
Mm.
So that's why I said it is not required technically. But I have seen supervisors, potential supervisors, if it is mentioned in the resume that they have work experience, they are being given preference. I have seen that happening.
Okay. Okay, understood.
Yeah. And also publications, they are not required technically. But if you have a publication in your master's, it gives you an edge over others.
Right.
So, and then we have documentation, like resume has to be fine, and resume has to be tailored for a research JRF interview.
Okay.
So all the things with respect to the projects, like what projects were done in masters, what projects were done in bachelors, that needs to be put in a really good manner in a resume.
Okay. So would you like to talk about the interview as well? The
Yeah.
various interview.
Yeah. So first, as I said about selecting the right institute, then we have eligibility. Okay, that is 55%. If if the candidate is targeting through masters, then we have documentation. Then once the application is submitted, so mostly the applications are online. Once it is submitted, then you will get a call for an entrance test. So here also there are entrance tests which are of two types. Okay. First one is institute entrance test. So I'm studying in BITS, so BITS will have its own institute ka entrance test. And this is different from NET.
Right.
Then we have entrance exams all over India, the ones that I had mentioned earlier. So UGC, CSIR, those they are there. And once you clear the test, then comes the part of interviews. So interviews generally they will ask about three things. First is what project was done in masters. So we should be able, if I'm going for an interview, I should be able to explain the my master's project in 1 minute, everything. And
Okay.
then the questions are asked usually. This is one thing. This is one way of interviewing a PhD candidate. Okay. Then, uh, secondly, on your topic of interest. For example, my topic of interest is wastewater management. So if I'm saying to the panel that my topic is wastewater management, then wastewater management is such a broad term. So I will pick one niche from it, say suppose biogas or say suppose some reactor, and then I will prepare 1 minute pitch on it and give it to the panel. Speak in front of the panel basically. So that is one way. And third way is this is how I was interviewed in one of the institutes. They will ask you to choose a particular topic. The panel asks you to choose a particular topic comfortable to you, and then all the questions which are being followed, no, they will try to ask based on that topic.
Okay.
So these are the three ways, especially the top institutes like Indian Institute of Science and other IITs and all, they follow this third method. They will ask you to choose a topic. Like if I say it is biogas, say suppose, then you better say the name of the topic which you are actually well aware of, because all the questions that are being followed they will come from that topic.
Right.
So these are the three ways.
Okay. Anything you want to share, or we can conclude?
And mm, you want to ask me anything?
I think we have covered almost all. Okay. Okay, Atya, it was great talking to you and having all the tips that you yourself have applied. So I'm sure the students who will be watching will be benefited from this podcast. Thank you so much. Thank you for joining me on this platform.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.